Let me in. I do music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like produce and write, and I'll be singing and rapping.
I can hear it. It looks nice. Pretty cool.
Thank you. I kind of burned it all away.
Did you have like full-on dreads before and cut it like that, or?
I had full dreads when I was a child, like when I was like first endeavoring like actually growing my hair out as like a young like black kid.
It looks good, you know. It kind of reminds a little bit of you know, Sway Lee, how he cut like the bang. I kind of like how that looks. And and then what's that one? Forgot what city it was in. Was it like Chicago or something, where they got their hair cut in the front and they got like the patch?
Oh, that's in the south.
That's in the south.
Yeah, they call it fat back. You know, they got it faded in the front, and then the back is like a big afro.
Yeah.
Wow.
You ever seen that? I mean,
you have to see it. Yeah. So that's a fat back.
Huh. And this is cool?
That's how they do in the South. Yeah. You know, my cousins actually wear that.
Really?
Really?
Oh my goodness.
It's interesting.
Right.
I'll say that. I go by HomelessxHonds, and I'm from Detroit. I moved around a whole bunch my whole life, but I'm based in the city. And my social media, you can just type in HomelessxHonds, HONDS, anywhere. Even on places where it's not like social media, like where you want to listen to your music.
Okay, let's get off into your name, HomelessxHonds. How did that come about?
I was sitting on a bus and I was like, yeah, bro, show my mans these rhymes I had, right? And he was like, well, what's your rap name? And I was like, oh, I don't even got one, bro. So he just said a whole bunch of random shit, and then he said Douglas Hans. I thought that shit was cool. So I'm like, it was just a random name, you know? And like names, like real names you don't get to choose your name. Like, so that's why I thought it was cool, because like when you come into the world, you just have a name, right? You know? So I was like, yeah, I'll just use one that someone else gave me. My mom has been kicking me out since I was like 14, but when I turned 18, I just, you know, it's more like you get kicked out and you gone for real, son, like eviction notice and shit. So I was like homeless. Just going down around from like house to house for a good 2 years until I got an apartment. So yeah, it was just the essence of homelessness for real, but also it's like a motivation to where you don't want to be at no more.
Well, it sounds good that you know in a better place now, as far as you said you got a place and everything like that. So
you don't want to be face down, you know.
I can never face down.
Exactly. You know,
yeah, I love that song.
It's good stuff. So let's get into Face Down, your single Face Down. You know,
do y'all know who that girl is, by the way?
No.
Oh yeah, we were gonna ask
about that.
Yeah, we were gonna ask.
She's just a homegirl. Like we just cool, and I know her through another one of my friends actually, but no, I just her Instagram is Face Downs. And that's basically it. That was the only connection. And I thought, since we know a lot of the same people would just gravitate to like clicking the link and shit. But fun fact, I did write that whole verse on Greyhound. Cause like when I get off the hook, I wrote this whole verse on a Greyhound. I was coming from Atlanta, and there was a beat that I was sitting on for a minute, because I usually make my own beats, but I did not make that beat. My boy Mr. T made that, and you can find his Instagram on like that actual link if you go to my Instagram. But he was one of my old coworkers when I worked at Taco Bell in Southfield for a minute, and he gave me this fire beat because I showed him some of my songs, because like I was the closer at Taco Bell and I was low key that nigga, so like I was the type of dude where I could just do anything. Like I would be it's fucking fast food, so you can get pretty good at it. So I was like at the register, at the window, drive-through, because you know closing, you only got the drive-through. So I was drive-through, but I would also hop in the kitchen. So like I would always be training niggas, so like he was just one of the niggas I trained. And then it was to the point where I just grab the aux and throw my music on sometimes.
So tell us about that, like where you go like higher, like what is that, like the high pitch voice, you know, like with Face Down?
I might just be talking regular, and sometimes I might just sing, and then sometimes I might just even take it higher. Like hitting different levels like that was pop punk. Being a middle schooler and really liking Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco, because Brendan Urie, and that's the lead to Panic at the Disco, and like Patrick Stump, the lead to Fall Out Boy. You could like Fall Out Boy is literally one of my it's probably my favorite band. It is, but like not even just because of the music they make, but it's like you could go to their first album, like their first studio album, Take This to Your Grave, and it's like a classic punk banger, right? Then the second album, From Under the Cork Tree, had songs like Dance Dance and Sugar We Going Down Swinging. It was like more alternative, but it was still like punk. They just had like that nigga literally had different tones for each album, bro. Like, dog. If you go to his first album, like he sounds like a screaming, squealing white kid, and then you go to like their last album, he throws soul in his voice, but like he could still sing like that. And he even wrote about it because I bought the physical copies to all those albums.
Fall Out Boy was the inspiration for Face Down. So like, what are your musical influences?
Well, I already said Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. And then also like, I can't say musically because I don't make music like him at all, but like, or them at all, but Michael Jackson and Prince, just the fact that they were stepping, like during the time that they dropped their music, it was like music for the future. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing else was like it. And the type of steps that they was taking in order to like just, you know what I'm saying? James Brown, what's the nigga, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, they all just kind of invoked emotion, and it was different from everything that was happening. Like, Sam Cooke's vocal range is crazy because, like, I don't know, it sounds like he be chilling, but his voice is high. Yeah, but, yeah.
So those are it?
Yeah, big influences. Oh, and India Irie, just because of how real she is. I'm not even gonna lie, but my mom put me up there.
So what would you say your music, where do you see that your music falls as far as like genre? Like, what would you put your music in? What genre?
I could be that. I could just be simple and say hip hop, just because people would just be like, alright. But if I actually like put it in a genre and people would just like chill with it, I'd just be like alternative. Altogether, just alternative, but
it's a different sound. So what is Vagabond Blood?
I'm no longer HomelessxHonds the finesse guy. I'm HomelessxHonds Vagabond Blood. HomelessxHonds.
That's gonna be the full name. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's always Hans, you know what I'm saying? But the finesse guy was just the face. It's just the essence of just you making the whole world your home. It's not really about being planted somewhere. It's like you can't plant yourself somewhere. Like, that's not how you evolve, you know? So it's about always just being somewhere new. Always.
So you're more about growth. You don't like staying stagnant.
Stagnant is not the answer.
So what message are you trying to convey to your audience? Like,
comfortability first. Being comfortable with yourself is like the first thing. Because before you do anything, before you even have like a motive or anything, you gotta like find yourself and find out who you are. So, and I'm still trying to do that, you know? I'm just a human. I think there's like a whole bunch more to life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to unlock that, and I hope my listeners are also trying to unlock that as well. It's more than just the music. Like, the music is something that I do because it's not a thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, my music, it doesn't come from like man, I need to make a new banger, so these, like, it's kind of like I make beats because the feeling is there. Like, the beat to the instrumental, the song that I just dropped, I made that, and the name of the beat at first was called Sad About That Meal, because like it was like the second day at the job I just started. Like, I've been there for a couple months now, but it was like my second day. So you know when you get a training meal when you first start at like a food place. So I had my training meal, right, but I left it at the job. And my friends were about to go like and get some Lucy's, right? And I was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just make this beat, bro. I'm sad about that meal. And then I just made that fire ass beat in like 10 minutes. So it's like, that's kind of like the essence of the music. But as far as the message to the listeners, like, yeah, righteousness, and just, I think it's more about like, it's way more than just like what we're looking at right now. Like there's so much more. Like we are souls, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta vibrate.
We definitely want to thank you for coming out.
No, thanks for having me. I love stuff like this.
Yes, and tell us where they can find you on social media and where they can check out your music.
HomelessxHonds, HONDS, and you can find it anywhere. It is pronounced HomelessxHonds. The X is just silent, but yeah.
Anywhere like SoundCloud, iTunes.
Anywhere.
Hey, I go. I'm clearing my palate cause I need to talk again. Hey. I'm clearing my palate cause I need to talk again. Hey. I'm clearing my palate cause I need to talk again. I've been all about it since I started walking in. You niggas is hating on a damn profit. I say it again, I'm a prophet. Steady working on my profit. You better move and better watch him. Ain't no damn stopping him. Fit so in a pocket with it. Let me know you got a problem with it.